Hey everyone, if I'm recording this now, I'm a little late, but sorry, but I'm here now. I know I'm a little late, but I had something's going I had to record a video, but I'm not gonna upload it till later. All right. Oh, hey Victor, what's up? All right, we got at least one or two people. I think one of them is me because I watch my own stuff. But Victor, it's good you're here. Make sure y'all hit that like button when you come around. Today is another episode of Support These Platforms and Channels. This is episode 9. The theme is LDBC. But I'm going to do something real quick. All right. I know I'm a little late. Like I said, I know I'm a little late. I got more people coming in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Today's theme, we're going to talk about more more channels to check out, platforms to check out. For those of you who are new, uh, people that I've subscribed to, whose contents I like. Hey, August Dream. Hey, King Hebrew. What's up? How's y'all evening? How's y'all day so far? Oh, y'all doing great? That's good. All right. Before we get started, of course, this is for people who are new to what I'm doing. I do these series of videos called Support These Channels and Platforms. Basically, there's a lot of good YouTubers that are out there or other social media users with good content. So I decided it'll be good to, help them subscribe. Like, I got this idea years ago from another YouTuber. Um, so at first she was doing this before in the past. I don't know why she stopped. I wish she kept on doing it. where she highlight and talked about people's channels and and then help them get new subscribers and stuff. And I was like, maybe one day I'll do something like this. As a matter of fact, I've been doing it so far. So that's what I've been doing for the past few times, a couple of times. So I think, and I originally used to do this on my J-Dog live channel, but I decided, you know what? I'll start doing some of this on my main channel as well. So that's what I've been doing. Might as well show you an example so far. I'm going to my main channel, but I'll just show an example real quick. So first, let me get to my main channel. So this is for newcomers. So just going to give you an example. This is for new people who are new to this, what I'm doing. Of course, this is my main channel. And then right here, this was my recent episode. And these were just some of the people whose channels I highlight. Like I talk about their channel, I play it like one of their videos or a sample, and then I'll put their links to their channels or on the description box or comment section, so people, and sometimes in the chat room, so that I would people will go to them and subscribe to them if they like their particular channels and the videos within them. That was just my recent episode. That was, I think, the first episode, that or number 7 was the first episode I did on my main channel, because like majority of them used to be done on my live stream channel. So now I am on episode 9. Now you're probably knowing that I have the initials LDBC on them. There's a reason for that. Because today the people I'm going to talk about happen to be part of this clique called, and it's a very good one, because you should check them out. They mostly do like sports, mainly basketball and boxing content, but they do talk about some social issues that goes on. And I'm talking about the LDBC. Now, I was hoping to get someone from there, and I might later on if I can. I try contacting them and stuff. Hopefully, I'm not too late. But I've been trying. I'm also right now just doing some last minute invites. right. Let's see if more people. All right, we got 5 people. I want to see if there's anyone talking in the chat room. All right. All right, Terrain Blaze, what's up? What about Hatman Strikes Back? I don't know. Oh, hey, Black Man, what's up? Who is that guy? You forgot. Oh, I did. That was so he. Oh, I think I've heard of Quest. Hold on. There's a lot of people I want to talk about. I'll try to find his channel. And like I said, I also try to get someone from that group to come in, and maybe we get to learn a little bit more from them. I was hoping to get Quest. Did just email him. Also emailed to LVZ. So if y'all have any way to contacting them, that would be great too. Yeah, I think that's what his channel is called. Hold on. Thank you for give me his channel. So what I'm about to do is I get an area where I have all the channels listed. So now I can't put his thing in the description box yet. Kind of missed out. I kind of forgot, but I do have him there. So like I said, there's like a lot of people I'm going to try to talk about. And also, but yeah. So thank you, Torrin Blaze. I'm not sure if Hatman is official. And like I said, I don't know everyone who is part of the LDBC. That was why I was trying to get those people to also come over here. Let me mod you real quick. Oh, okay. You know what? I think I've heard of this Hant Man, but I think he's someone that does not like the LDBC. We're not gonna try to bring their enemies. I found out who their enemies are, and they even been on a bunch of lists I created. Yes. Yeah, I do have I do have a playlist called Coons and Traders and Racist YouTubers. So I have some of their enemies videos on those lists. It's basically a watch dogs list. Basically a list of people to beware of on YouTube. Those are the people I despise. I have not subscribed to them. I do not like their videos, but I do want to be aware of them so they don't. So when they cause trouble, we at least will be prepared to do something about it. So that's why I created a watch list. You turn one of my playlists, 2 of my playlists, into a watch list. But anyway, let's get started with what we can. Now, if we were able to get someone to come on by, that would be good. So we're going to start with our first person. I guess we can start with Quest since I'm already there. So, and like I said before, if we happen to get more people to show up, that'll be great too. So this, and by the way, thank you, Torrent Blaze. And if he happens to come by, I hope to give him a message. So this is Quest Boxing Boxing News Entertainment. So, all right, someone is here. It's the LDBC. What's up?
What's up, young fella? What's going on?
Hey, I'm here. Like I said, I was gonna do the LDBC tribute episode of Support These Platforms and Channels, and I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm in here, brother. What's up, Uncle Song?
Hey, oh, sorry. Didn't know.
No, you good.
All right, so we're gonna do. You've heard of this individual by the name of Quest Boxing News Entertainment?
Hey, Quest just got flagged for saying for supporting Lisa Cabrera, man.
Well, that's sad. You know what? I just did a video, but I haven't uploaded yet. But it talks about the situation. But actually, it's more talks about the guy who was responsible for the situation. That Michael Anderson, and I might.
I got a receipt. I got a receipt my brother Torian Rain just gave me, and I just accidentally unsaved the video, so I'm resaving it now that I'm about to load up. That you might want to check out. I won. Look, yeah. I wanted to come on J-Dog's show to say this, and I hope y'all catch it in the playback. I won. We put so much pressure on him, that motherfucker recanted. He recanted.
Oh, I didn't mention that part, but now I'm probably might later in a live stream. I do have a Sunday one coming up where I review what's happening in the week and stuff. So, but now we're gonna talk about the Quest Boxing News Entertainment. We're gonna help him out. We may not be able to get the thing unflagged, but we're going to help him get more supporters. So we're going to do this one. Yeah, let's do this one where it says that Dana White embarrassed Golden Shower. Oh, hold on. Turn the audio on.
All right.
And skip this ad, too. All right.
Now, you guys know I do not like Dana White, do not like the UFC as an institution as a whole, but what he did today on ESPN First Take was anything other, you can't call it anything other than an execution. Oscar De La Hoya needs to be very frightened right now because I've said in the past that Oscar De La Hoya, I've messed with Oscar a lot about his sexual proclivities, the things that he does behind the scenes, how destructive he is toward when it comes to the fighters' finances, getting drunk, getting high, doing interviews. I said he was high when he did his interview on ESPN First Take, and he looked high. And Dana White came on air ESPN to, it wasn't only a referendum on Oscar, he came on to as a referendum on ESPN First Take. ESPN First Take, whoever does their segments or creates the lineup for their segments and how they structure their shows needs to actually pay attention to what people are saying online. Okay, this was a bad look. Of all the looks that they consistently have on ESPN First Take, this was a bad look. First off, I don't know. I'm not the only person who said this. I know coaches said this. I know 78 has said this. I know a lot of other people have said this. Stop having Stephen A. Smith talk about mixed martial arts or boxing. He doesn't know a goddamn thing on the ins and outs of the business, the fighters, or what it takes to put together events. He doesn't. Okay, he has absolutely, keep him in his strong suit. Basketball and, sucking up to the owners in the National Football League. That's it. Okay, stop having this guy comment on combat sports. He knows absolutely no one. He knows absolutely nothing. He doesn't actually be able to, he's never actually able to put in formulate his thoughts properly when it comes to explaining the things, the ins and outs of the business. And he got embarrassed today. He was resorted to stuttering, and he didn't even know what he wanted. He just wanted to defend Oscar because he's paid to do so. And you really saw it. And this leads me into talking about one other important individual that upsets me to no end. And that's Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman kept mispronouncing Richard Schaefer's name. He knows Richard Schaefer. Max Kellerman has said Richard Schaefer's name multiple times on actual broadcast, telecast fights. And he kept disrespecting Richard Schaefer's name. And he kept disrespecting Richard Schaefer's name on purpose. He was doing it on purpose. There's no way you can, just to disrespect Richard Schaefer, because ESPN has a contract with Golden Boy. Absolutely disgusting. This was a really bad black guy on ESPN First Take today. I'll leave the link in the description box. Quest X. I'm out.
All right, there we have it. So you have the UFC owner going after the Golden Shower owner. Well, yeah, and also going after ESPN.
Right.
Stephen A. Snitch or Stephen A. Smith. You get what I mean.
Steppin' A. Let's call him Steppin'. It's Steppin' A. Snitch.
Yeah.
You hear them tap shoes clicking? That's his.
Now I want to look at this other one. I think this it looks like Andre Ward needs to shut up. Let's look at this one real quick.
Oh yeah, he mad about Ward.
A lot of people are.
We did a lot of riding for Andre Ward for him to be selling out now with these big ass glasses on. Go ahead,
Yeah.
He hit the nail on the head with his video breaking down Andre Ward and his basic response to the criticism that he's receiving. Andre Ward is looking more and more every day like he's looking worse and worse every day. He doesn't even look like Andre Ward anymore. He has completely abandoned whatever credibility he had. Again, this is no taking away from his boxing knowledge, his acclimate. I've always sat there and said I was always in awe of his boxing IQ. But Andre Ward is a buck dancing cool. And there is no one who will change my thought process when it comes to this. And this response he just gave, where he clearly in his message on social media questions Deontay Wilder's heart. And now he reissues a statement saying he didn't mean what you think he meant. Well, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? What are you talking about? You didn't mean what you... Oh, I didn't mean what you think I meant, but I said in my tweet. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, this is what is mind-boggling to me about a lot of these guys, okay? These guys have PR people, okay? I know Andre Ward has a PR rep, okay? Go over shit with your PR rep before you get on camera and you talk and you open your mouth because you seem to sound dumb. And you also, this statement, okay, I'm going to leave a link in the description to Blue Blood Sports TV. It's on his video, his response. I mean, he just, and you know what it is, though? This is kind of harkens back to what I said in a live stream with the fellas in LDBC. I said, that's the Deontay Wilder. A lot of these black athletes are being shamed. You're seeing exactly where they come up short. And these fighters know it. These athletes know it. And Andre Ward definitely knows it. And, I had a conversation with a dear friend of mine yesterday on the phone from the LDBC, and I'm going to tell you right now, I discussed it with him, and I said point blank, period. Andre Ward knows he fucked up. He knows he fucked up. He knows he got caught. He knows he sold out. It is so evident that he didn't even look. If anybody watches the telecast with the Lomachenko versus Pedraza fight. He didn't even look comfortable. He didn't look comfortable at all. Normally, he's very calm, he's collected. He didn't even seem comfortable sitting up there standing next to Stephen A. Smith. And this lets me know that Andre Ward is making a conscious decision to buck dance. He's making a conscious decision to buck dance. He's making a conscious decision. And for all you guys who sitting up there saying he don't owe anybody but his family, well, let me make sure that you understand this. What he is doing is damage to his family. He's doing damage to his legacy at that, because he's sitting up there smiling and doing interviews, constantly bringing up Usyk. Like I told you guys, I'm telling you, Andre Ward gonna bring his ass back to boxing. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you bring your ass to boxing. You got some standards I'm gonna hold you to. Since you are this brilliant genius, I guess I should put your genius to the test. All right, we're gonna have a discussion about you sitting up, getting up in the ranks. You want to go to heavyweight? Do not bring your ass to heavyweight and do not come see that man Deontay Wilder. Since you're testing his heart, we're gonna see what kind of heart gets tested. All right, it's like that interview was so much more damning to the overall scope of his initial response to his fans. The initial challenging of Deontay Wilder. I mean, there's no way you could dispute it. So all you guys who are commenting in my prior the Andre Ward video, okay, because you guys are all coming there talking about he's entitled to his opinion. So if he's entitled to his opinion, right, and I would think that you guys would be coming from the position that if it's his opinion and you guys are defending his opinion and he shouldn't have to change his opinion for anybody, he's clearly trying to change his opinion, okay, in this rebuttal to the criticism. And also, too, for you people who think he does not watch our videos, because I got a lot of comments from people saying, well, he doesn't give a shit about what you guys have to say. Clearly he does, because he makes the conscious decision in the interview to bring up, hey, and say the same talking points that I have said, that Fred have said, okay, and everybody else has said on here on YouTube, and he talked about, oh, you guys arrived with me and all this, and you guys supposedly defended me. He watches and he understands and knows the criticism that he is getting is completely justified. Okay, look at him, man. You ever seen this? He's sitting up there. He's looking more and more like Carlton Banks every day. It's your boy Quest X. I'm out, man.
All right. That's another video from him. So right now what I'm about to do is now I didn't put down a link in the description box. What I'm about to do is I'm going to put a link. First, let me click off the screen, and then I'm going to put a link to his channel.
That's Quest X Boxing and News, folks. Y'all subscribe.
All right, I'm about to put the link. I'm just going to put Quest, but the link is going to be there. All right, here's the link. The name, look at the name Quest, and put the link. So when you have the chance, go to the link and subscribe. All right. We really appreciate it. And I bet you he'll appreciate it even more. All right. So our next individual we're going to, by the way, LVZ, can you tell us a little bit more about the LDBC
Lions Den boxing community? Is a conglomerate of us brothers who decided that we were tired of the mainstream media giving their narrative on fights and the mainstream media trying to downplay black fighters and put them in the background. So what the LDBC decided to do was take it upon ourselves. Brothers who are fans of the sport, black men who are fans of the sport, we decided to take it upon ourselves to shine spotlights on our fighters. The fighters who keep it real, keep it 100, stay on code, don't duck, and are really about giving us the best versus the best.
All right. Thank you. You heard it from Mr. LVZ himself.
That's right. And if you want to know, I'm an LDBC original. Holla at me.
Yes, and make sure y'all subscribe to Peckerwood Punishment, the LVZ, and all his channels. Our next individual, and I think I did you on one of the episodes, but be surprised. But now we're gonna look at our next individual. Hold on a second.
Cali Enigma.
Yep, we're doing him next.
That's my road dog.
All right. So this is our next individual, Cali Enigma. Oh, and by the way, I appreciate it if y'all share this live stream, maybe even with some of your fellow LDBC members to come on and check it out. I really appreciate it. I mean, if they can come over, but I really appreciate it. Make sure y'all share this, hit that like button and share this live stream. All right, now I asked for the Cali Enigma Sports and Entertainment. I'm gonna have to pick a video that's short because I know I got a couple of long ones. So let's see. We'll pick like maybe 2 since we did 2 for Quest. We'll do 2 for him. So let's look at this one first right here.
Yo, it's the Cali Enigma. Eddie Hearn seems like he wants the Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua fight. And I'm going to tell you why that's not going to happen. We know one thing, he's definitely hating. And I'll tell you more after these messages.
I want some peanuts, nigga. Elephants, painting pictures, how do you train a gorilla? Born and shake bananas in it, feed the lion.
So Eddie Hearn, resident Deontay Wilder hater, only a hater because he couldn't sign Deontay Wilder. He needed Deontay Wilder in order to get the zone to take off. That's one of the huge, real big things. The reason he needed the zone to take off because they would justify the zone's contract with him. And it would also allow him to see his way through the entirety of the contract, which means that they would pick up that 6-year option, right? So as of right now, Eddie Hearn is on the road to not getting the option picked up, that second option picked up, because he hasn't put together any big fights. The fights that he's put on have been absolute garbage. He continues to, only fights he can actually show is this trash bag UK fights that no one in America gives a damn about. We could care less about watching the lower level competition that the UK fighters UK fans get excited about, as if these guys are actually any good. They're no good. They're crappy fighters. They're mediocre fighters, man. They're fighters that no one would pay to see, but these people pay pay-per-view to watch this crap. Because this is what they get over there. Over here, we actually get quality competition, quality fighters. We're used to seeing good fights, whether they're used to seeing awful fights on a regular basis. And so they don't know what bad competition is, because they're used to seeing bad competition. So when they got 2 bad fighters fight, they get excited for that, because sometimes those fights ended up being competitive. But I don't like watching lower level fighters like that. You guys, maybe you guys find joy out of that garbage. I don't. I can't find joy out of watching 2 guys who aren't even good enough to be gatekeepers, who aren't even close to being a gatekeeper. They're so bad, they're not even a step-up fight for a prospect. You guys, the people in the UK are used to watching that. So Eddie Hearn could sell that over there, wrap that up, package that as pay-per-view. You got Dillian White versus Derek Chisholm, which is a pay-per-view fight. Wouldn't even sniff pay-per-view. Nobody would even consider putting that or making that as a pay-per-view fight. But only in the UK is that a pay-per-view fight. That tells you everything you need to know about what kind of fights that they watch there. It's a good fight. I can watch it, man. It's not like horrible fighters, but I wouldn't consider Derek Chisora to be a B-level fighter, man. He's a C- fighter at best, man. Derek Chisora, but he's still good enough to be competitive with Dillian White, which tells you a lot about Dillian White, right? Doesn't it? But I'm just telling you, the heavyweight division is not that good, man. It's only about 4 deep, which I've been telling you guys that for the longest. But people don't believe it. And I don't believe anybody inside the top 10 of the heavyweight division could beat anybody inside, beat one of the top 4 anytime. I don't believe that. I think the gap between the top 4 and the rest of the heavyweight division is vast. And it's very vast. It ain't even close. I don't think those guys are even remotely competitive with that top 4, which is Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua, and then everybody else is far behind. And I don't think it's competitive. I don't see it as a competitive fight, and I don't think their good fights are going to be competitive. And I think people are putting far too much stock into like staying top 10. It ain't really a top 10. It's 4 guys, and that's it, man. The rest of the division is absolutely dookie. And I refuse to try to play the game that these UK fighters are actually good when they're not. They're not very good. And it's not just the heavyweight division. It's pretty much every division. Outside of Josh Taylor, Anthony Joshua, Josh Kelly, and Tyson Fury, and you got what's him call it again? Why I can't think of his name right now. Lower weight class. I can't think of his name right now. But outside of those guys, man, Carl Frampton is another guy, right? So outside of that group and the Warrington, it's about maybe 8, 9, 10 guys for me to get excited about it. I mean, I'm just keeping it 100, man. It's Callum Smith is another one. It's just not that. It's not that many good UK fighters. It's not. I know, and I'm not going to try to pretend like there is a ton of them. They're not. They don't exist anymore. One of the guys that was up there was Kell Brook, but he destroyed his career by going to fight Triple G and then getting destroyed by Errol Spence in the next fight. So he's never really recovered from that, and he had a long layoff on top of all of that. I think his career's over, and Amir Khan is done. He's going to get destroyed. If he fights Terrence Crawford next, he's going to get knocked out. So, I mean, there just isn't a lot there, man. It just isn't. But, I mean, like I said, UK fans, if that's what you want to pay for, you want to continue to give Eddie Hearn your money by watching lower-level fights, please go ahead. Please oblige, man. I'm sure Eddie Hearn will enjoy it. Unfortunately for him, for Eddie Hearn, those fights that you guys enjoy don't sell over here. And that's what's going to end up doing him in with the Zone at the end of the day. The Zone is its own network. They can care less about Eddie Hearn. They only want to know if Eddie Hearn going to start making big fights that he promised. So far, he hasn't delivered nothing. And unless he can deliver Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, he ain't gonna succeed in nothing, man. And Kell Brook, Amir Khan, I don't know if that even does it well over the United States. I doubt that people in America care about that fight. I'm just keeping it 100. That's more of a UK domestic fight, man. I just don't see. Sorry about that noise in the background, man. Got some dude pushing a garbage can while I'm here at work, man. Now he's gonna bring it right over here, so it's going to be loud over here too. So, like I said, man, that's what's going on right now. Man, can't stop the noise. But I'm gonna make cutting this video at work. But I'm just gonna tell you guys this right now. It's about to get louder. He's gonna come out now. But Eddie Hearn, man, this is what he's trying to do. So he needs to make Deontay Wilder. He's hoping to get some of that juice from that Wilder Fury fight and bring it towards his side. So maybe he can get the Americans excited about him, get excited about his fights. We're not. He also needs people in the UK to be excited about the fights that he's bringing over in the UK, and people want to see certain fights. And the Fury Wilder is hot. It's the hottest thing in boxing right now, man. And you know what I mean? Eddie Hearn has made a huge mistake. They should have capitalized on the Wilder fight back in the fall. Could have made that fight. Could have got that fight up out of the way. And you know what I mean? And Anthony Joshua should have accepted. You don't turn down $50 million guaranteed. He's not making $30 million a fight, no matter what Max Kellerman says. Max Kellerman is an absolute liar and a disgrace because He just made that number up because he's trying to get on the good side in hopes of maybe calling Anthony Joshua fights in the future. So that's what that all comes down to. But at the end of the day, Anthony Joshua is not making $30 million a fight. Some fights he only generates $30-some million. So I mean, there's no way in the world he's going to get $30 million. And networks, and what are the networks and everybody going to get? If he's generating 30, if his fights are generating $32 million, or if he has certain fights that's made $32 million, or if he's had certain fights that have generated $50 million, then how is he getting $30 million for that fight? That makes no sense whatsoever. So that's a lie, man. I was going to say it right now. That didn't happen. He didn't make $30 million in the fight, so he hasn't even made enough money to get $30 million in the fight. So that's a huge lie. And I just want to go ahead and debunk that now. There's a chance he might have gotten it in the Povetkin fight because the zone was giving him $16 million. So that may have been the first fight that he made $30 million, for real. But Eddie Hearn, man, unless I've been going off on this rant, Eddie Hearn is definitely he's definitely looking for trying to make this fight now, in my opinion, because he needs it, man. This is him, trying to save his contract with the zone. You know, he came over here with the zone. He was the first one on it. The zone's like I said, I told people, I wouldn't be surprised if the zone sticks around, but I guarantee you, my bet is that Eddie Hearn is not going to be with the zone too much longer. And I think that's what's happening. And Eddie Hearn desperately needs to try to make the fight with Deontay Wilder, man. He has to get that fight on. There's no guarantee that Deontay Wilder's going to want to go on his own at all. Not all. Deontay Wilder's probably thinking about. But be honest with, I mean, no matter where Deontay Wilder goes, he's not going to get any kind of favorable commentator. So he might as well stay on Showtime. He could probably get some of the commentators. He could probably get some of them off. Like, look, man, I can go somewhere else to fight, man. I can fight on another network. I have no contract with Showtime. Matter of fact, you guys can root for Anthony Joshua anyway. So that's a whole nother subject, man. Whole nother subject. But you know what I mean? I'm just, you guys tell me what you think in the comment section, man. Man, but I don't know, man. Matter of fact, we're gonna touch on that, man. We definitely gonna touch on that about what the commentating. Yeah, we gotta talk about the commentating, man, for Showtime. So Showtime, man, who absolutely did him an absolute disservice, convinced a lot of people who didn't really know who's winning, because a lot of casual fans don't know how to score a fight. So they convinced a whole bunch of people that Deontay Wilder was absolutely destroyed and slaughtered. So now that's the meme that's been going around, thanks to the hometown team won by Paulo Malignaggi, who works for Sky Sports, who definitely has a favorite, who actually leans towards Anthony Joshua because he calls Anthony Joshua fights. So Deontay Wilder, like I said, right now he's the A side because Eddie Hearn needs him. So it doesn't matter which side, which network he goes for. He's going to get the raw deal anyway. Whether it's for the zone or it's for Showtime, he's not going to get any type of favorable coverage. It's just the way it is, man. He's in a bad spot when it comes to commentators, man. That's just the way how that's going to be. But as far as like I said, he's the A side because the zone needs him, Showtime needs him, Eddie Hearn needs him, Anthony Joshua needs him. They're trying to crack the American market, and they can't do it without Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is a star in America right now. Let me repeat that. Deontay Wilder is a star in America right now, and they need Deontay Wilder badly. Deontay Wilder no longer needs Anthony Joshua. He no longer needs, well, he never needed Eddie Hearn, but he definitely don't need Anthony Joshua. And that's one of the problems. Anthony Joshua overplayed his hands. First, Anthony Joshua was afraid of Deontay Wilder. I still know he don't want to fight Deontay Wilder, but they need him right now in order to try to make the kind of money that they plan on making, in order to keep trying to make the kind of money that they've been currently making at the moment in time. But as of right now, they're on a decline, and their stars fading, man, and they need help. And the only way to get help, there's a quick fix, and his name is Deontay Wilder, and they need to beat him. And if they can beat Deontay Wilder, they now have a foothold in the American market, and now they can justify all the garbage fights that they've been making. You know what I mean? As of right now, they can't. They need Deontay Wilder, man, badly. They need Deontay Wilder on the zone.
Hey Jay, my phone about to die. Y'all can keep doing your thing though, boy.
No. All right.
whatsoever. Eddie Hearn will be cut loose. It will all be under Oscar De La Hoya, who is American. He's from my state, California, and he will continue to. He'll probably get the rest of the maximum contract, while Eddie Hearn gets gets to hit the bricks. And that's really where the question's coming from, man. The zone desperately needs Deontay Wilder, man, badly, and I mean badly. This is not a situation where where Anthony Joshua is just huge. Anthony Joshua ain't the A side. The A side is the big star in the United States of America, and that's Deontay Wilder. Being a star in the UK doesn't make you the A side, but guess what? Deontay Wilder is also a star in the UK. He's a star in the UK and a star in America. Anthony Joshua is unknown in America. That makes who the A side? They repeat that again. Who's the A side? Oh, that's right. Deontay Wilder, the guy who's big in both locations. That's Deontay Wilder. That ain't Anthony Joshua. He's not a star here. He's known as Anthony Johnson in these parts. And for a lot of people think that he plays in the NFL. That's a fact. They think he plays for the National Football League. Now, he may have played for the Cowboys last night. They said, oh, that's that new rookie defensive end, huh? Man, I know. Don't even play for the Miami Dolphins. That's what they think about when they see Anthony Joshua. He looks like a football player to everyone. He looks like a football player. So, and Anthony Joshua, you got certain things you need to work on, buddy. And first thing go on to fight Dillian White, blow him away, and then you need to start kissing behind. And that's where it starts. So you better start kissing behind and kissing behind hard. Because right now, you in a bad spot, buddy. And Showtime, y'all better get some act right. For Deontay Wilder to decide to go somewhere like his own. Only reason he wouldn't go because of loyalty to Al Hammond. But if Al Hammond blesses him, he could go sign with ESPN. I mean, those places will give him a network deal. Deontay Wilder's in position to get a network deal with somebody else. That's a fact. That's a fact. They don't want to give out no network deal? Fine. But he has the opportunity as a free agent to go fight on any network he wants. And that's the danger with Showtime's playing with. And especially with that biased commentary that happened, Paula Malignaggi, who's a resident hater and a clown and a Floyd Mayweather lover, it doesn't surprise me whatsoever, man. So, no, man, you guys tell me what you think in the comment section. And if you can, donate to the Myasthenia Gravis Foundation. That's an autoimmune disease I had that. It causes droopy eyes and muscle weakness. It's also known to kill kids. And if you can, donate to the Sleep Apnea Association of America. That's a disease that killed my father. Let's try to eradicate both of those diseases. And if you can, donate to CB Sports TV's GoFundMe. All right, you guys? All three of those links will be in the description box. And once again, tell me what you think in the comment section. So tell me what you think in the comment section. And with that, shout out to the LDBC. Hit that like, subscribe button, and the bell icon button. And make sure you comment on my video, share my video, and the links from LDBC members will be in the description box, and some affiliate with the LDBC. Also, if you love what I'm doing, you can go ahead and donate to the cause. And then you can also follow me. Also, my social media links will be in the description box. And with that, I'm going.
All right, I'm going to stop here. And looks like right here is a link of different people from the LDBC. And then, of course, he has the donations links for things like sleep apnea. And then he got some LDBC members, some that I haven't even listed yet because, like I said, the LDBC is a large group. Hey, Quest, welcome to my live stream. I just sent you a link in the email, so if you want to join in the panel, there should be a link in your email, and also just modded you. We talked about your channel earlier. You got a very good channel, and also thank you for subscribing to me. I really appreciate that. But if you want to come on the panel and say some things, That'll be great. Just remember to check your email, and yeah, there should be a link to come on the panel if you want to come in. And understand LVZ left because he said his phone was dying. So, like I said I was gonna do 2 videos from him, since I did 2 videos from UQuest. So, I guess the next one, I guess we'll talk about, I guess the one, oh, Vaseline Homochinko. Let's do this one.
Yo, this is the Cali Enigma, and I'm about to talk about Vasyl Lomachenko. There's not a lot of big fights for him at 135, and if he can't get him, he should move up. And I'll tell you more after these messages.
I want some peanuts, nigga. Elephants, painting pictures. How do you train a gorilla? Wanna shake bananas in it, feeding a lion.
Vasyl Lomachenko, he really wanted to get the Mikey Garcia fight. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen because I wanted him to get the Mikey Garcia fight. I wanted to see Mikey Garcia versus Vasyl Lomachenko. That's a great fight. But he had an opportunity for another great fight. He turned it down. It was a catchweight fight at 137.5 against Manny Pacquiao, and he turned it down. That was a big fight. He trying to use Manny Pacquiao's egg, but keep it 100, man. Manny, that's a dangerous fight for Vasyl Lomachenko, man. It's a guy who's coming in who's going to be naturally bigger than him. There's no real speed advantage in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Whatsoever. There's no big speed advantage in that fight. The power advantage is completely on Manny Pacquiao's side. So, but he still has better footwork than Manny Pacquiao, but it still is such a dangerous fight. If he gets caught by Pacquiao, the fight's likely going to be over. So, to be honest with you, that's what it really was about. He's talking about age. I don't believe you. I don't. I think he's lying. I think that's the truth. I understand though, man. But I say this about Vasyl Lomachenko. He knows his limitations. This is really the limit at 135, but sometimes you got to push your limit a little bit. Floyd Mayweather started off at 130, ended up at 154. So you can move up again. I believe it was Lomachenko started off about, I think it was 122. 122. I think it was 122, man. I think he started out at 122 and it ended up at now 135. So he can go up at one more weight class. Was it 122 or 126? I forgot. I got to go back and look, man. But Lomachenko can definitely no, it was 126. Okay. So Lomachenko can definitely go up. He's only going up, 2 weight classes. You know what I mean? So this is his 3rd weight class, man. And he could definitely and most certainly go up at least one more weight class, or at least fight at a catchweight against one of the top fighters, man. Well, maybe at 140. Maybe he could fight a Josh Taylor or a Regis Poirier at 137.5 or something like that, catchweight, something like that, man. If he's concerned about moving up to 140. But I mean, if he can't get Gervonta Davis so if you can't get Gervonta Davis, man, and or Mikey Garcia, he needs to try to fight one of those dudes at 140, man, because other than that, man, you ain't really fighting nobody, man. So at the end of the day, I mean, that's what makes the most sense. He won't agree with that, but it's a fact. He's gonna need to, in my opinion, try to fight Jose Ramirez, Regis Poirier, or Josh Taylor at 137.5. It just makes the most sense for me. That's only if he can't get those fights. If he can get those fights, then he's completely fine. He can stay at 135. But if he cannot get those fights, he needs to at least try to get them to catch weight, man. At least so he gets a chance to at least challenge himself. At least fight one of those guys. You know, I'm not telling you got to fight all of them. That's not what I'm saying. Try to fight one of those guys at 137.5. I'm pretty sure they will. It's a big money fight for one of those dudes. See, maybe you can get Regis Prograis to drop 2.5 pounds and come up, but maybe with a 10-pound rehydration clause or something like that. I don't know, man. There's things that he can do that would make it a little bit more fair, but I don't think he would want to do that. They're not going to risk Vasyl Lomachenko against one of these other guys. I know he's not going to do that, but I'm just saying this is food for thought. Everyone always telling other fighters that they need to channel themselves. Heck, I remember after Floyd, and look, man, and this is me and someone who can't stand Floyd. I cannot stand Floyd Mayweather, and y'all know this. But Floyd Mayweather did go up multiple weight classes, man. He did. He went up 5. So, and Pacquiao went up 8. So, I mean, we know that Vasyl Lomachenko could go up more weight. He can. He absolutely can go up more weight. He can go up another weight class because Pacquiao went up 8. So, if Pacquiao can go up 8, then Vasyl Lomachenko can go up one more weight class to 140. Matter of fact, scrap that. He could go up to 140 anyway. Everybody said, no, stop protecting. Like people say, stop protecting fighters, stop protecting fighters. He needs to go up to 140, man. At some point anyway. I don't care even if he gets those fights. I completely change during mid-video. He needs to go up to 140 and challenge a 140-pound division and try to conquer that division at some point. You need to go up there. You know what I mean? If you say you want to fight the best, you already induct Manny Pacquiao. Now, Manny Pacquiao ain't at 140, so go fight the dude at 140, man. You know what I mean? After because you should beat Jose Pedraza tonight, but after you do that, man, you should go fight the guys at 140. So 140 is the weight division for Vasyl Lomachenko. Well, go before you do that. Go get all the belts at the 135. Get all the belts at 135, and after that, maybe defend it once or twice, and then go up to 140, man. But that's what you need to do. You need to go up to 140 pounds and challenge yourself. You need to be fighting the best competition. Ain't no ducking out. And that's for all these guys, man. Really, Tank should have done, but he said he's getting to move up to 135. Cool. He really needs to go up and go fight Vasyl Lomachenko. Now, I've heard that he wants to fight Lomachenko, and it's not him. It's Hater Floyd Mayweather that's blocking the fight. Hater Floyd Mayweather's also blocked the fight with Tank Davis. I'm not with Tank, excuse me, with Tevin Farmer. Now, actually, I feel bad for Tevin Farmer because Tevin Farmer wants this fight, but I'll do another video about Tevin. But we got to get these guys to start fighting, continue to move up and fight better competition, and that's what I want Lomachenko to do. Lomachenko needs to continue to challenge himself. So go for undisputed at 135, move up to 140. And do that ASAP, man. And that needs to go on and go down. And that's what I expect from the top fighters, man. I expect Vasyl Lomachenko to move up to 140 to face Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, Regis Prograis, to face that kind of competition. That's what I expect.
I'm gonna stop for now. Hey, information man. I'm doing my support these channels and platforms. Today we're talking about channels from people who are part of the LDBC. So that's today. So glad you can join in. If you want to, I also left links if you want to join in the panel or something. Now I'm about to share this person to the Cali Enigmas all in his channel in the description box and comment section. So, well, first click off the screen. I usually do that in case something happens. All right. So there's the link. So if y'all want to check out, subscribe to his channel, that's the link right there. So so I'll give the people time to subscribe while we get ready to talk about our next individual. Let's see who is next. All right. All right, let's talk about this next individual right here. This one is supposed to be a journalist. So, and he goes by the name of Blood Sports TV. So, this is so expect more sport boxing videos tonight live stream. We might get some ones where they do commentary outside of sports. So but this is Blue Blood Sports. So let's see here. Let's do this one first. Once again, I hate these ads.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. Just read an article, interviews Mauricio Suleiman, the president of WBC, just did regarding giving an update regarding Adonis Stevenson and the health of Adonis Stevenson, in which he says that Adonis Stevenson is not good and still fighting for his life. He says that Adonis Stevenson, he said it was a dead silence. He said, unfortunate situation. He gave praise to the referee, and which a lot of people felt was distasteful, because he said the referee, did a good job. He did his job, in which Adonis Stevenson took a lot of unnecessary punishment, which people were saying that the referee should have stopped it, so on and so forth. That's up to judgment. We actually can't. I don't fault the referee in this situation. Sometimes the referee needs to stop it. It's just like the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder situation, where Jack Reese felt like Tyson Fury was unconscious for about 5 seconds, and then he just woke up. It's all subject to judgment. We see a lot of fighters in brutal fights, and then they come back and they win the fights, and then they fine afterwards. And then we see unfortunate situations like this situation with Adonis Stevenson, where he took a lot of punishment. He was knocked out. He took a lot of clean shots. He was knocked out. And the results was that Adonis Stevenson is in a coma. So just prayers go out to Adonis Stevenson and his family. The sport of boxing, you don't play the sport of boxing. The sport of boxing is very dangerous. Liken it to the sport of football. There's a lot of people who suffer. I had a friend in football who broke his neck. He recovered fully from that injury, but he was in a coma for a little while. He was paralyzed from the neck down for a little while, actually a couple months, and then he recovered. So he made a full recovery. So my prayers are with Adonis Stevenson and his family. Anytime this happens in the sport of boxing, it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens too many times, because 9 times out of 10, it's usually a tragic situation. So, a lot of people can say, the odds are, the chances are one punch could change your life forever in the sport of boxing. One time is too many in the sport of boxing. So I know, but there's a lot of these situations that happened recent. We just had a guy that passed away in the ring not too long ago. before this situation, before this incident with Adonis Stevenson. So my prayers and Adonis Stevenson, whom Mauricio Suleiman says that is still fighting for his life at this point in time. He just checked up on him today, actually, sometime this morning. So just ask everybody to send out their prayers and their blessings to Adonis Stevenson and his family. And hopefully he can make a full recovery, get back to his normal self, and get back to his family and his loved ones, man. So that's all I got for y'all, man. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, like button, hit the bell icon, get all new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Like and share these videos. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media. It's your boy Blue. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure y'all like to share these videos. Send out your prayers and your blessings if you can to the Adonis Stevenson, to whomever you may pray to. If you pray at all, you know, just send out your blessings to Adonis Stevenson and his family, man. It's an unfortunate, tragic situation. Hopefully he can make a full recovery. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
All right, that is from Blues Blood Sports TV. He's talking about the boxing. I actually saw that boxing match on TV. He was fighting this Ukraine fighter for a championship, and that's when the incident happened. And they, at one time, it was said that Adonis Stevenson was in a coma. Now, to make it even worse, the camp of that Ukraine fighter invited Lomachenko, or should I say Homochenko, Vaseline Homochenko. They made things worse by taking the belt that Adonis Stevens once had and decided to cut his face off the belt and disrespectful. And then they want to say that they didn't know that he was in a coma, but they were watching the fight. People knew they were watching the fight, and it was just that made it even worse. But hopefully Adonis Stevens gets out in one piece from his situation. But this could mean most likely a career-ending situation as well. Now, as for Mr. Blue Blood Sports TV, make sure you subscribe to his channel. So what I'm about to do is also his name should be in the description box and comment section. So let me click off my screen real quick. And so yeah, this is the Blue Blood Sports TV. So, you know what? I'm actually going to put his name in the chat room real quick, and then the link, or the name of his channel. And here's the link. So I'll give y'all time to subscribe if you want to subscribe while we get ready to talk about our next individual. All right. You know what? I think I know the perfect person to talk about next. Now, I've been trying to get this guy on here tonight. Maybe if we're lucky, we might get him later. If not, understandable. But this guy does very good commentary. He has multiple channels, and I believe he definitely deserved to be talked about. This man, sorry about that. That is my computer. All right. Now, where was I? Okay, yes. This man keeps it real, and this man's. Hold on a second. All right. All right. The individual we're going to talk about is none other than Mr. Man, my computer. As soon as so I've tried to invite him, gave him emails, even went to his comment section, even went to Google Hangout. Hopefully he has responded to at least one of them, because I was trying to get him here. But he has good amount of content, so we're going to look at his list of videos, and we're trying to see. He talks about issues. He talks about boxing. He talks about issues in the Black community. So let's see. Let's talk. Okay, that video is kind of long. Oh, let's talk about Nick Cannon. When Nick Cannon clapped back at the mainstream media over the Kevin Hart situation. So let's take a look at this one, shall we?
Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. First of all, I want to send a shout out to Nick Cannon for basically taking a stand against basically GLAD and, the LGBT, for basically, exercising their double standards and their, subliminal racism against Kevin Hart for some tweets that he put out like way back in 2011 or something like that. And somebody seemed to have dug those tweets up because apparently they were mad that he was about to host the Oscars, which I say, fuck the Oscars. We don't need the Oscars to show how good we can act, and we don't need the Oscars for validation of what.
I'm gonna stop real quick. Hey, Zero. See, Zero Kelvin, what's up? Hey, I left the link in your email box and maybe even Google Hangouts if you want to join in the panel. So you can join in the panel. So Now back to the video.
We contribute to Hollywood. That's been proven time and time again. But nevertheless, Kevin Hart decided not to host the Oscars. Either he was asked to step down or he stepped down. But, you know, and then you had all these people attacking Kevin Hart, you know, guys like Don Lemon and all these groups like I just mentioned, saying his tweets were harmful and disturbing and all that type of shit. Now, Nick Cannon, what he decided to do is pull up some old tweets from Sarah Silverman and Amy Schumer. Both of them are known to make, you know, disrespectful and, you know, pretty much borderline racist jokes against blacks, pretty much any race. So Nick Cannon was like, hey, what's going on? Now, of course, people are going to try to attack Nick Cannon and say, oh, he's race baiting and all that shit. This is how you know Nick Cannon's point was proven. Because a lot of times, I told you, black people are everybody's favorite whipping boy. Or that we are the race that every other race loves to pick on and try to fuck with because they know it'll be, you know, less resistance. Because they know they can always find some black person to help them, you know, go against a black person. Because, you know, a black person will throw another black person under the bus at the drop of a dime. But shout out to Nick Cannon, because I do get tired of GLAAD and the LGBT trying to bully black people. You know, now when Black Panther was released earlier this year, you had people that represent those groups saying, oh, well, where's the gay characters? Well, how come you didn't ask where's the gay characters in the Avengers or the previous comic book characters, Iron Man, Spider-Man? But then you knew Black Panther was a predominantly black movie, so you decide you're going to try to bully the makers of Black Panther and try to bully Ryan Coogler. They always do that shit. Don't you remember a while back when that transgender tried to kiss Genuine and Genuine didn't want to kiss the transgender? Guess who they attacked? Genuine. Oh, Genuine's displaying false bravado, false male testosterone. Oh, he's transphobic and all that shit. There they go with these fake ass words. Now, keep in mind, had that been, isn't that what Bill Cosby is sitting in jail for sexual assault, sexual harassment, and all that shit? That was a form of sexual harassment. Okay? Then don't you remember? Last year, the Migos, they wanted them on Saturday Night Live for some weird reason to let a group of drag queens perform alongside of them. They said no. And then you had Katy Perry sitting up with her goofy ass talking about she's going to unfollow them. See, this is what I'm talking about. Everybody tries to bully black people. We need to stand up for ourselves and stop putting up with this shit. And like I said before, they're going to be mad at Nick Cannon, but I'm glad Nick Cannon stood up for black people and Kevin Hart, even though at times Kevin Hart didn't deserve it, because Kevin Hart, you know, I done seen a few times where Kevin Hart was on that coon train, where he had tickets on the coon train. But Nick Cannon is a solid dude. I'm glad somebody took a stand against them because, like I said, they always try to bully black people. And get away with it. They kill me how they act like nobody can say nothing about them or speak out against them. So like I said, now all of a sudden they mad at Nick Cannon. Oh well, it's just why is Nick Cannon trying to make this about race? Because he tired of people fucking with black people, just such as I am. But anyway, once again, man, shout out to Nick Cannon, man.
All right, that is Town Business. All right, now. All right, that is Town Business. All right, so right now, I mean, he actually has two channels. Both should be in the description box and comment section. But just in case, I'll at least have like this one of them right now. So hold on, let me click off the screen. And right now what I'm about to do is have one of them. All right, what I'm about to do is I'm about to leave the link to his channel. There is the link to his channel, so I'll give y'all a few minutes to subscribe to his channel. And like I said in the description box and comment section, and I think I did his other channel on the very first episode of Support These Channels and Platforms. So I'll give y'all a few minutes to subscribe. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. All right. Hold on a second. Okay, I believe this is all I can do from apparently I have some technical issues with this computer. So, I'm afraid this is all I can do for I want to thank everyone for apparently we get some issues. The rest of the people I was going to talk about, I might share links and also in the description box and comment section. So check out their links. Also check out the replay episode. But right now I got some technical issues with the computer. So I'm hoping to maybe in another episode. Make sure y'all stay tuned to a live stream I talk about and lately, and morning live stream on Sunday. So, but that's all I gotta say for now. Thank you for your time, and I hope to catch y'all in another stream or video. So peace, everyone.